Today I don't have much to elaborate. Today I don't have much to touch on. I just chose a very short topic, and before I could even start elaborating, let me salute each and every individual. Let me give gratitudes. Let me give honors to each and every individual who gave up something to achieve their dreams. To each and every individual who left something behind. To each and every individual who sacrificed something just to achieve their dreams. Let me say this, to that individual who left the job that was paying him 2 cents, or to that individual who left the job that was paying him, I'm talking about a lot of money that any normal human being can just settle with. I'm talking about that individual who has left school just to go and pursue their dream. I'm talking about an individual who was abandoned by his or her family just because he had a dream that he needed to achieve. I'm talking about an individual who left his friends, who left the people he loved the most, a person who left everything just to go and chase that dream. I'm talking about an individual who set a goal and has achieved that goal. Let me tell you this. Let me elaborate to you. The school, your college, and your university, it's not a must for everyone. It's not compulsory for everyone. Your school, your university, and your colleges, those are not compulsory for everyone. But education is compulsory to each and every individual that's out there. Let me say this. Your school, your college, and your university, they are not meant for everyone. But education is meant, it's a must, it's compulsory for every individual. Everything you do, it requires you to have education. Whether you dropped out of school, whether you dropped out of college, whether you dropped out of that university, whether you dropped out of that job that was paying you, whether you left the people you love the most just to pursue your dream. Whatever it is that you do, you require knowledge. You require education. Education is compulsory, yes. But that school, that university, and that college, it's not compulsory, and it's not meant for everyone. I do not want to elaborate more, but what I want to tell you is this. The system that is instilled in those colleges, the system that is instilled in those schools and colleges does not teach us to be independent. Now let me ask you this simple question. Out of that curriculum, let me ask you this. Out of that curriculum, which is your school, your university, what is it that you have achieved besides that? If you have achieved nothing, you still have a lot to do. If you have achieved nothing, I'm not talking about you getting a job. I'm not talking about you getting something else. I'm talking about the most powerful thing, which is knowledge. Something that will never be taken away from you. You have your degree. It's very important to have it. You have your report, your school report. You have your matric certificate. Whatever it is, whatever certificate you have, it's very important. But that school and college, I repeat this again, that school, your college, and that university, they are not meant for everyone. But education is compulsory for every individual. The system that is instilled in our schools, universities, and colleges has made such that it does not leave us independent. You are told that you need to go to school. After school, you need to go to university or college. After university or college, all that is within that bracket of university and school, that whole system does not teach you independence. It teaches you to go out and look for a job. It teaches you to go out and look for a job. It does not make you so much so sustained. It's so much so sustainable that you can even be independent and start your own thing. So let me tell you, the reason I said it's not meant for everyone, your school, your college, and your university, it's because the moment you start learning out of that box, the moment you start learning out of those brackets, which is your school, university, and college, you take them out. Once you're out of that and you start learning things that are productive in your life, you start learning things on how the system works, you start learning things on how everything works in this world, then people tend to say you are mad. People tend to say you are insane. People tend to say that you are crazy. Don't worry. They will say that, you know why? Because they have been programmed. If you go to a computer and you put you press the shutdown button, it's going to switch off. It's not going to sleep. It's going to switch off. Same applies to you. You cannot wear your t-shirts on your feet, but you can, and you, at the same time, you cannot take your pants and wear it on your body, on your upper body. You cannot do that. Once you start walking like that, people think you are crazy. Now, take yourself as that individual who just taken a t-shirt and wore it on his down body, on his downer body, and took his pants and wore it on the upper body. That's exactly how you look once you start learning things outside the box, the bracket of your college, your university, and your school. That's when you start to be independent. That's when you start to open your eyes. That's when you see everything. Look, let me tell you, most of the successful individuals, majority of them, if not 10 out of 10, then 9 out of 10, they are not dependent on that box, your school, your university, and your college. They jumped. They went out of the box. They never created a cycle. They never made brackets, but they had 3 dots to show that they are continuing. If they have university qualifications, it's good. But go and ask them if the reason they are prospering it's that university qualification they had. I'm not saying it's not good for you to gain it. But what I'm saying is, after you gain that university or that high school or that college qualification, you need to start going abroad. You need to start going bigger than that. You need to start reading books. You need to start doing things outside that box. Remember, that box is not meant for everyone. But the education, the skills that are outside that box are meant and are compulsory for each and every individual. And even though you come out from that box, you still need to go outside the box in order for you to acquire properly what you should know. So it's up to you on how you do it. Remember, knowledge is a powerful tool. Knowledge is a powerful tool. Ubaba Nelson Mandela has said it, that knowledge is a powerful, education is a powerful tool that can be used to uplift, that can be used to empower one another. So it's up to you on how you utilize your knowledge. And at the same time, it's up to you, where do you get your knowledge? And it's up to you on what knowledge do you go out and acquire. Everything is in your hands. But the best of knowledge, it's that knowledge that is hidden from you. The knowledge that is not put on your public platforms, that is the best of knowledge. Because if it was not the best, they would also put it in your curriculum, in your schools. If it was not the best, then it would have been in your bookshops. If it was not the best, then it would have been anywhere. But the knowledge that you have to search for, the knowledge that you have to acquire, not by just going and deeply acquiring knowledge. That's the important knowledge. Again, I say that knowledge is a very powerful tool, and it's up to you on how you use it. It's up to you on how you utilize it. It's all about knowledge, nothing else. Knowledge. Remember, everything else is not compulsory, but education and knowledge is compulsory. Whether you want to achieve your dreams, whether you want to do something in your life. But once you have that knowledge, then nobody can ever stop you. And everything is in your hands in order for it to